Reed chose Taylor, y'all. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chester for the Bottom Beautiful March 26, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. Look, Reed's talking about I gotta keep my commitment. I was like, wait a minute. First of all, you made a commitment to her and you cheated on her, but we ain't gonna consider that, I guess. This ain't the first time. I said, this ain't your first rodeo. Talking about, I made a commitment. I said, when has that ever stopped you before? And he took way too long. He took way too long to make his choice. Somebody, he got to hold her hand and stuff. Somebody, we shared some amazing memories and stuff like that. It was bringing up, where did they go? Rome. Brought up Rome and what they shared and him looking through the doggone keyhole and stuff. I said, what they got to do with it now? But I guess we're going to start with them. Taylor, Brooke, Reed. So she's still over here just telling him to come home and the love they share with each other. And Taylor is telling Brooke about herself, and she thought that over the years she developed some type of what she said, class or something like that. And I immediately thought about the fact that you went upstairs and slept with this man knowing doggone well, I take that back because I don't know. I still don't know if they ever slept together. When that scene they showed or whatever when she had changed her shirt, did they ever sleep together? I don't know. But yeah, either way it go, you knew then. I said, y'all both, everybody be doing the same thing. Then everybody pick and choose. They be like, yeah, Brooke this and Brooke that. And she be messing up Mary Holmes, messing up homes and stuff like that. And then they go do the same thing and people turn a blind eye. I said, y'all all foul. Y'all all foul at this point. But yeah, and they doing the same thing. Remember what I always bring up? That scene where he had moved into Eric's place and Brooke and Taylor was just going back and forth, doing the same thing on today's episode. The whole scene, basically, until the end of the episode, they going back and forth about him and what she did. Taylor was bringing up what Brooke did, and she explains once again why she took the doggone position, but nobody cares. Nobody cares because it's time for him to be with Taylor. I told y'all, they switch up. He told me, when he said that about his past, I said, Brooke, I think he just said you his past, sweetheart. She ran out of there so fast, crying and stuff, and that's why she gonna go off on Hope. But yeah, they doing the same thing. He over here tilting his doggone head still. Y'all know what he doing. He tilt his head. He just quiet and they going back and forth. He got to hold her hand and stuff. Talking about some, we share. First, I think he said something about he respect them or something like that. First lie. I don't know if he said respect, admire. Either way it goes, it's a lie. Either way it goes, it's a lie. And he was just bringing up the fact that they share kids and don't nobody care about none of that. None of that. Just choose. You should have walked. The minute she over here, you should have blocked her when she kissed. She told her she was wrong for that and stuff like that. And when Taylor came in and Taylor was saying how, Ridge choosing her or they made a commitment to each other, whatever she said. I don't know. I can't remember what she said. He should have took his tail up over there. He got to hold her hand. He got to tell her, I respect you and I don't want to hurt either one of you and all this other extra stuff. And brought up, once again, looking through the keyhole or whatever. But then he was like, he had mentioned their past. And I'm like, Brooke, I think he just said you his past or whatever. But then he was like, he was saying, he loved her or whatever. But, he made a commitment. I said, I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? Because it's like, I don't think, on one hand, I get it because you did make a commitment to her. But at the same time, it was supposed to be, she's the one for me. That's it. That's all. She's my destiny. Well, I wouldn't use that word because, he been studying saying that Brooke is destiny. But y'all know what I was trying to say. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you just said, but you made a commitment. I don't know. I'm like, to me, that's like, okay, the only reason why I'm being with you is because I made a commitment to you. That's the only reason. It ain't because I'm deeply in love with you. It ain't because I finally see that you the one for me. It's because I made a commitment to you. But I don't know. I know a lot of people happy about them reuniting and him finally choosing Taylor once again or whatever. But yeah, Brooke over here begging and stuff. I said, Brooke ain't got no shame. I said, Taylor should have grabbed her by her hair. But at the same time, once again, they all be doing the same thing. People just pick and choose what they want to see and agree with and disagree with. But yeah, that's how it happened with them. She over here begging and stuff. Then Carter, we ain't finna go to him yet. We're gonna go to Daphne and them though. Daphne, Steffi, Finn. So they was just talking about the same thing about Carter and the fact that she fell for Carter and he deserves so much better than Hope. And they discussed, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I would think they was discussing whether or not they gonna make it or they gonna last and everything. Then Finn came in and I was like, so did he not know that they had got the company back? Because Steffi started to tell him, the paperworks have been filed. They officially have the company back or whatever. And they just kissing and she ends up leaving. Might as well finish with Carter not finished with, but finished the Daphne scene. Carter Daphne. So she walked in. She said she had somewhere to go or whatever. Then next thing you know, they came back to the office. Carter was in there looking at Hope photo and stuff. I said, pull it together. Now he had me. Look, I ain't supposed to say this part yet, but he had me when he finally his voice got deeper or whatever. He got some bass in his voice and everything. And he told her, let me see. He said the second he do something wrong, Hope was done with him. I said, fact. Then he went back to begging. He went back to begging again after that. I was like, no, you almost had it. You was almost there. You was almost there. Then she interrupted. What she said to him? She was like, remember when I first got fired, when I got fired the first time or whatever, and you said if you was there, it would have been differently. Well, you was here the second, you was here this time, and you ain't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. I was like, girl, he should have kept on saying what he said, because she was like, so Ridge finally got to your head. What you talking about? You literally doing what they said. If you ain't want them to believe it, you could at least act along or something, but you not. You over here talking about, so get out your face. She said that though, but basically get out my face. She talking crazy to him. He finally started to call her on her stuff and then switched up. Soon as she said that about being fired, he switched up. But yeah, Daphne and Steffi, I think we finished with them. Finn and Steffi went to the house. They were just talking about everything, about how she's so happy. I said, yeah, you happy about this, but come on, let's go back to, maybe it's on tomorrow's episode, back to the Luna scene, because they said that she was supposed to tell Deacon about Luna. Then they show also on one of the previews, wasn't Luna working at El Giardino? Well, I forgot what the name of that doggone restaurant is. El Giardino. Yeah, I think it was El Giardino or something like that. But yeah, then they show her behind the counter or something like that, talking to Will. I don't know, I might be mistaken. But I was like, I want to know how Deacon's going to feel about that lady working there, or being around at all. Because he was just talking about Poppy. He had all that energy for Poppy. But we'll see. Lastly, we got Hope. Wait, I didn't finish with Steffi and Finn. They was talking about the same thing. Then Steffi was saying how she one Logan down, another Logan to go, about how she thinks that Brooke is pleading on Hope's behalf, and then talking about how she's never gonna miss the opportunity to throw herself at Ridge. And I was like, once again, everybody like they pick and choose. Like, y'all all done did Sunflower and did the same thing. You was talking all that noise about Hope going after your man, but then you over here sicking your mama, sicking your mama on Ridge when he was in a relationship with Brooke. All y'all the same. I gotta go back to Carter and Daphne, because I don't think I said the part where I think I said the part about her coming in to check on him, and he over here talking about he dealing with a lot right now, and Hope mad at him, and she thinks this and she thinks that, and Daphne steady trying to tell him, she just showed you how she feels. I said, exactly. Somebody get it. I said, somebody get it. Carter over here. I said, Carter been trying to find, once again, he been trying to find love for a long time. But yeah, she over here talking about some, I never met a man like you and stuff like that. I was like, girl, once again, you don't know this man. You do not know him. You do not know him or whatever. But yeah, he was like, they ended up hugging at the end of their scene. But yeah, she was just trying to get him to see that she right there. That she there. You might be done with Hope. Hope might be done with you, but I'm not. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I was about to leave town, but I ain't going nowhere now. Now that y'all over, especially now that you done did the right thing, because he ends up like saying how Ridge and Eric went back on their word and stuff like that, and she was like, they went back on their word after you what? How did she put it? Basically, they went back on their word after you had already violated their trust or whatever. You went back on yours and something like that. But to finish off, we got Hope and Carter. So he's still over here begging her, and she going off on him, still saying he betrayed her, and bringing up the fact that he didn't even talk to her about it. She brought up the kiss again. But yeah, he's still up there begging her or whatever, and just sit up here. What did she say? They didn't listen to you before. They didn't hear you before. They definitely not gonna listen to you again. And I thought for a second he was gonna call her on the fact that she, for a second or third time, I don't know how many, she said, it seemed like she's mad that he still has his job, but she don't. And I said, well, she got a point though, because once again, it actually was his idea. She just urged him to do it, and they just blaming her because she's a Logan. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but that's what Steffi basically said, because she a Logan. But yeah, I said, yeah, she kind of saying she definitely mad about the fact that he still has his job, but she don't. And look, that's why Brooke's supposed to be going off on her, I'm assuming on tomorrow or Friday's episode. But yeah, she ends up saying, if you weren't heard before, they definitely not gonna listen to you now. They definitely not gonna listen to your ideas now. You a traitor. I said, he is. I was like, she's speaking now. She's speaking a lot of facts. She ain't taking no accountability yet, but she definitely speaking facts though. I was like, they definitely ain't. But then again, we've seen on shows, once again, I always say that, huh? But we have, like, on shows, they be doing some dirty low down stuff that you really, like on General Hospital. What did Nina do? Nina sit up here and they said, I don't remember the scene. I do not remember it. I remember her trying to get the baby, but I don't remember her cutting the baby out of her. But yeah, they said Nina cut Ava's baby out, and they over here best friends, buddy, lending out money and stuff. So I was like, they be doing crazy. They be doing some unrealistic. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I about to say unrealistic. But yeah. What else did she say? She just kept saying how he claimed he loved her, or whatever, but you just proved that you don't. And then he was like, the second I do something wrong, you done with me, you throw me away or whatever. And she was like, so you letting the ridge get in your head? I said, you literally doing exactly what they said. You proving it. Now, if you was gonna leave him or be mad at him about something, it's about the kiss. About the kiss for sure. About the kiss for sure or whatever. How you gonna be mad about him about giving a company back that ain't neither one of y'all? Be for real. Somebody said, you traded on me. It was another way that she said it. And I was like, girl, be for real. Be for real, girl. And that's when she ends up bringing up the fact that he said the first time she got fired that if I was there, it wouldn't have went down like that. It wouldn't have went down like that. And she was like, well, you was there this time. I was like, look, she talking all type of crazy. Then she was like, goodbye. She was like, goodbye, we done. And he finally leaves. But yeah, that's it. That's all that happened. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, this is her girl. Rest of the day. Be safe.